Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all, back to talk about another flyweight. Another flyweight here. The flyweight division is getting interesting. You know, everybody has a dance partner, except for this one fighter. This one fighter who holds the number 2 spot in the flyweight division, Katlyn Chookagian. Katlyn Chookagian, she's been begging for a fight. You know, she's basically went on her IG and said she's been begging for another fight, but she can't get one. And she's reaching out to the fans to try to help her get a fight. You know, she's tagging everybody in there, you know, her bosses. And, you know, she said, hey, who do you want to see her matched up with? Yes, you know. So let me go ahead and pull up her IG here. We can kind of talk about this. I talked about it in a live stream the other day, but I just kind of want to address a couple of points here, you know, about fighters reaching out and fighters trying to connect and why it's important they do connect. You know, when they take matters into their own hands with certain situations, they need to keep that connection, you know, because it's important that fighters connect with their fans. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. So Katlyn Chookagian went on IG a few days ago. She said, I've been begging for another fight. Can't seem to get one. Who do you want to see me fight next? Any girls want to dance? Tagged the UFC, Dana White, and Mick Maynard. And, you know, she's got over like 142 comments, mine included, because I just went on and put some names out there too as well because, look, I want to see some of these fighters get back in the octagon and, you know, stay active. You know, I'm glad that Katlyn Chookagian is trying to stay active. But once you look at it, man, you look at her resume, she's pretty much fought everybody. And I really don't see her going for another title shot, you know, not even a title run at this point. You know, I think Katlyn Chookagian's in more of a different mind state. And she's just been kind of looking for, you know, her last couple of fights, last couple of bags to get up out of there. You know, so just going through the comment section here, a few people said a rematch Jessica Andrade, Casey O'Neill. Somebody said, how about Taylor Santos, JoJo Calderwood winner? Who else did she put? Who else did they put? Let's see. Some people said Valentina, Irene Aldana. Some people told her to move up to 135. You know, I suggested Jennifer Maia and who else? Jessica I rematch. You know, rematch with one of those fighters. Because Jennifer Maia is actually looking for a dance partner. She mentioned Jessica Andrade as a rematch. Let me see. Matter of fact, shout out to Marcus Bell. Marcus Bell, he posted his up here. He said, how about Taylor Santos if she wins fight against if she wins her fight against JoJo? He said, how about Taylor Santos if she wins her fight against JoJo? And Katlyn Chookagian responded. She said, how long is that going to take? How long is that going to take too? You know, so she wants to fight now, which means she's trying to get the money now. And, you know, she's trying to, you know, stack that paper, you know, because more than likely, if Taylor Santos beats JoJo, I think that would be the logical answer, but it probably won't be till like spring or summer, right? That fight might not happen until like 2022, like mid 2022. So she's looking for a fight right now. But like I said, everybody's taking. You know, everybody's taking. It seemed the UFC was going for Alexa Grasso versus Viviana Araújo because, you know, Katlyn Chookagian called out Alexa Grasso, which we all thought that fight was going to happen. But I think they felt that would have been too big of a jump, which it was, you know, for Alexa Grasso. And I like Viviana Araújo versus Alexa Grasso, but that's another video. So, yeah, man, like I said, I think it's good to know that the fighters know they have to recognize the fans will help them in these situations. You know, the fans are the ones keeping these fighters active and making Dana White say, hey, okay, fans want to see them fight. Let's get them back in the octagon ASAP. You know, because when fans aren't speaking, you know, a lot of fans are kind of up and down with Katlyn Chookagian. You know, it seems like Dana White's not really trying to match her up. See, when she was on to something, even before the title shot, you know, a lot of people were asking for her. You know, I was seeing a lot more videos on her. But now that the fans aren't really speaking, now she has to go back and connect and try to reach out to the fans, get the fans to comment, then tag her boss. So Dana White, Mick Maynard, and the UFC, they go check her IG. They check their IG and they say, oh, wow, like all the fans have spoken. You know, let's take a poll here. Who's got the most votes? Is it Andrade? Do we do an Andrade rematch? Do we do something crazy with Casey O'Neill, which I don't think would be a good idea? Do we do something with Jennifer Maia? You know, how do we work this out? But yeah, this is what a lot of the WMMA fighters need to start doing. You know, shout out to Casey O'Neill. She's done that. You know, she's responded when I said, hey, maybe fight Jillian Robertson next. You know, she's kind of connecting because she'll ask these questions too, like, who do you want to see her fight next? And, you know, again, that's a good way to gauge how popular a fighter is. And it helps the matchmakers with their job. You know, it just says, okay, let's go ahead and put them together. They're close in ranking. It makes sense. Let's do it. You know, like when Jessica Andrade was called out by Cynthia Calvillo. You know, Calvillo said, hey, I want this fight. Let's do it in September. Andrade answered. The fans answered. And the fight happened. You know, the fight didn't last but a one round, you know, but it was still a good reach out for and good call out by Calvillo by using her business mind by saying, let me get my fight and let me connect with my fans, you know. So that's one thing I do like about Calvillo. She stays connected with her fans. So WMMA fighters, take a lesson. You know, Katlyn Chookagian, take a lesson. Always stay on it because the fans are always listening. Hey, I'm doing a video about you right now to let you know that, look, the UFC, Dana White needs to get you back in there if you want to fight, you know. So, hey, if I could make a suggestion, I would say the fights that would make sense would be the ones around her realm. You know, she is still one of the gatekeepers at 125. So I would say either a Jennifer Maia rematch. I know she's already won that fight, but if she wants to hold down her spot, Jennifer Maia's around that area. So why not make that happen? Andrade rematch. That one would be the most logical because she went out in one round. You know, she got taken out last year in one round by Jessica Andrade by a body shot. And that's a right that I know that's a wrong that I know she'd want to right because of the fashion she went out. I had picked Katlyn Chookagian to be able to win that fight too. But, you know, that's Jessica Andrade for you. That power is crazy. And it was a freak. It was one of those freak shots. And I didn't see it coming. You know, and I know she didn't see it coming. So that might be a fight that she want to correct, I think. So Andrade would make sense if she wants to hold out a rank. And I think that's the one fight that could put her back on like a main card or even like a co-main event on a UFC Fight Night card. So why not make that rematch? I would like that. You know, I think Katlyn Chookagian could go back into that fight, use her, you know, use that chaotic style, use her cardio, establish her point fighting rhythm, and try to piece up Jessica Andrade if she can this time, you know, and be smarter in those clinches because she did have her moments in the clinch, but like I said, the equalizer from Andrade is always there. Next, Roxanne Modafferi. You know, Roxanne Modafferi is not in the top 10 anymore, but like I said, if neither one of these fighters are going to go for a title shot again, the fight makes sense. You know, the fight will make sense because you want to stay busy. Everybody else has a dance partner from like 3 on down to 10. Then take the fight with Modafferi. You know, Modafferi for Chookagian is not really like a very, very dangerous opponent. And likewise, you know, Modafferi is coming off a very dominant loss to Taylor Santos. You know, somebody was very physical with her and, you know, just roughing her up. So if she wants to go in there against a safe opponent, but a high-level opponent, Katlyn Chookagian is there. You know, some people were throwing out Casey O'Neill, but I just don't think that name would work. And if she's really feeling froggish, you know, if the champ wants to stay active and kind of wait for the Taylor Santos JoJo Calderwood winner, hey, you know, hey, call for the rematch with Valentina Shevchenko. I know a lot of people won't want to see that, but if you want the big money and if the champ wants to stay busy, why not? You know, I mean, we've seen worse in other divisions. You know, we've seen some people jump all the way up to number 14 that didn't deserve title shots and they take on the champ. So why not? I mean, Katlyn Chookagian, I mean, if you're near the end of your career, when you like to go in there again and just say, hey, I went in there and fought Valentina 2 times, didn't go my way, but hey, at least I got the money and I got everything I wanted to start my family, right? So that would make sense. Because let's just go back and look at the rankings here. We'll go from the top down here. So like I said, if she's feeling froggish, the champ is there because the champ doesn't have anybody lined up right now. Number 1, you know, Andrade, she's coming off a Calvillo win, so she's still free. And then number 2, of course, is Chookagian. Number 3, Murphy. You know, she already holds a win over Lauren Murphy. I think that was at 135, right? And Lauren Murphy's going to be suspended, so that'll be a while. Number 4, Jennifer Maia. I know she holds a win over her, but that's the only one that's out there right now. Next to Andrade, those 2 names. Number 5, Calvillo. She already beat Calvillo. Number 6, she already beat JoJo. She beat the number 7, Viviane Araújo. She lost to Jessica I. So, like I said, she wants to run it back with Jessica I. Make that happen. Well, Jessica I has Andrea Lee. Sorry. Number 9, got Taylor Santos. She's got JoJo. So, Viviane Araújo is with Alexa Grasso. So, everybody's pretty much taken except the number 1, the number 4, and the number 11, Roxanne Modafferi. So everybody is taken. Andrea Lee's taken. Macy Barber's taken. Casey O'Neill, number 14, is just trying to, work on her game right now, which I'm gonna talk about in another video. She's just taking a few months off, extending her time out to just like a regular turnaround. Then the number 15, of course, is Miranda Maverick, which that'll be too drastic a jump for her. So yeah, there's only 3 people open, so she's begging for a fight. She can't get one. Hey, make. I know the UFC's not big on rematches, but that's about it. Or her moving up to 135. 135, get in a fight if she really wants to fight. I think she does, because right now she wouldn't have such a rough weight cut after such a downtime period where she kind of maybe put on some weight. I'm just saying, if she did a fight at 135 would make sense for her right now. So yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, that was my thoughts as far as fighters reaching out on their IG. I think that makes sense. Fighters should always stay connected, especially in the WMMA world, because there's not a lot of people that know you. Let's be real. Like outside of me and, certain other channels, a few other channels on YouTube that just strictly cover WMMA content, there's not a lot of other people out there that are speaking. So just understand that the people on your IG that comment, they watch my videos, and some other fighters watch my videos, so they do understand the importance of connecting with the fans. Because if these other organizations, other fighters hear what we say, I'm not saying it's like 100% go, but they will understand because our followings will have some say in that. And then Mick Maynard, Dana White, or even other matchmakers like Shannon Knapp, other organizations, they'll say, okay, well, the fans really want to see this fight. We got to make it happen, especially if this is their fan base. If the WMMA fan base all flocks to one area and they're not hard to find, then it shouldn't be hard to see what they want to see, right? You can't really go by the casual fan when it comes to WMMA. I think the WMMA fan base is a little bit more close-knit than people think. It's only this group of people that knows who some of these names are, like a Taylor Santos, even a Katlyn Chookagian, hell, even the champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Like a lot of casuals that I run into, even in bars, still don't know who Shevchenko is. They'll know her if they see her face, but they don't know the name with the face, or vice versa. So yeah, fighters, stay connected to your IGs. Like if you want to get a fight, always put it out there like this. Just tag your boss and ask the fans. And your bosses will check those comments, and they'll say, okay, this is what the fans want to see. We'll try to get it ASAP. Or the more comments they see, they'll be like, oh man, well, Katlyn Chookagian will put butts in seats, so we have to get her in there as soon as possible. That's why if you connect, people want to see you fight. If you don't, people won't care as much. Like I said, even with I'll go back to Carla Esparza, which I'm going to talk about in another video. Carla Esparza, I've been pushing videos for her because it's like, okay, I'm speaking logical. Okay, she is the fighter that deserves the title shot, right? But she didn't get it. But a lot of fans out there will say, okay, yeah, she can get it. It was wrong, she didn't. But if she's not really out there acknowledging the support from her fans, a lot of fans will say, all right, it was your fault. They'll just kind of push on by you and say, oh, well, you probably didn't do enough to get it anyway. They say you weren't vocal enough. They were doing that to Lauren Murphy, So I'm understanding that. I am understanding that. But like I said, when I speak with logic and I just want to see good fights, I'll say Carla will should get that title shot. But it's like I said too, though, Carla Esparza needs to do a little bit more out there. And like I said, she needs to take to her IG like this and say, hey, I just beat 5 top 15 contenders. Fans, speak out. She needs to do a post like that and just say, hey, speak out. Tell Dana White that I deserve the title shot. Tag Mick Maynard, tag the UFC, tag Dana White, just how Katlyn Chookagian just did. That's how Carla has to take advantage of this social media thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, social media is the best way to cut out the middleman and get straight to your fans and see what the fans want. So she can't just go around here thinking that she can sit around and play the waiting game, or before that, just do the fights and all of a sudden Dana White's going to give you the title shot. Don't work that way. It really don't work that way. You should see that. It's UFC politics. You know, fighting is one thing, but the politics is another. And you got to master both. That's what a complete fighter does. You know what I mean? The complete fighter that wants to make it in the business. You know, the Wmmas and the Valentina Shevchenkos, even, you know, the Amanda Nunes, those fighters that know how to conquer politics, but also conquer their opponent. You know, conquer the politics, conquer your opponent, and that's how you become close to a superstar, or you become a dominant champion, and you'll get what you want. You know, so yeah, man, just being real. You know, well, yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Like I said, you know, I know a lot of people aren't big fans of Katlyn Chookagian, but I do like the fact that she is reaching out and saying, hey, oh, man, like, I can't get a fight. Let me go back to my fans. You know what I mean? She said, look, I got to go to the fans because, look, I'm begging them and they won't give me a fight. Who do y'all want to see me fight? And she's actually out here acknowledging and replying. Like, I don't even know if she replied to mine because I just posted a little bit late. But I see, yeah, Marcus Bell. Again, shout out to Marcus Bell. She did respond, and she just said that one might be a little too late. Like, she wants to get back in there now. You know, it's just a lot up here. Let me see. I responded like a while back. I don't even think, yeah, it wasn't too many responses for a lot, but yeah, his was like right on the money there. And yeah, she did respond to it. That's why I said, okay, that's what we need to see more of. You know, go in there and let us, you know, let us know that you're seeing these comments, you know. So yeah, guys, yeah, like I said, Carlos Spar's video coming too, because this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. You got to be seen. You got to be active. Dana White, he made that statement the other day. So that's another video coming now, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do you care if Katlyn Chookagian comes back or not? Who do you want to see her fight? Like I said, the prom is full. Everybody's got a dance partner right now. So it's going to be hard. It's really going to be picking and grasping. It's going to be rematches for her. It's going to be big rank jumps, big rank differences if she really wants a fight. But hey, that happens even in boxing sometimes. Like title defense, it usually comes against, your mandatory is usually against somebody people don't know. So it's not common. If she wants to stay active, give her an unranked fighter this time. You know, just give her one. They do it with Shakurova versus Lauren Murphy, right? So we'll see, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.